Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Anti Show. Today's topic is going to be journalism. Um, so I have a pretty special connection to journalism because, if you might not have noticed, I am the inventor of journalism. Um, One time, I saw a mammoth chasing down an elephant, and I was like, "Hey, friends," because I had friends back then. "Hey, friends, look what I saw over there." And then they were like, "Fuck you, that's not true." And I was like, there should be a way. There should be a way to do this with proof, so that people will believe me. So I was like, okay, I'll write it down in my journal. And I was really big fan of communism, and I really liked the suffix ism. So I was like, I'll write it down in my journal ism, and I was like, okay, I'll call it journalism, I guess. Because, to me, it was like an ideology. To me, it was like something I believed in because I invented it. Um, so then the next day, it was we live in a cave. And the next day, it was my turn to go again because I have 2 days in the week where I have to go hunt. So I went out to the savannah. I took my Polaroid camera with me. I was like, hey, look at me. I'll do this. I'll take a picture of it. You know? Um, and then I saw that same mammoth. I'll call him Jay. I saw the same mammoth chasing down an elephant. Um, and it basically just impaled the elephant with its tusk. So if this is the elephant, I'm the mammoth. It basically just went like chink. Wait, hold on. It went. Okay, it went chink. And I was like, oh my god. And then the elephant turns to me and he's like, hey. He's like, hey, do you want this? And I'm like, okay, I could use paper. And then the elephant, and then the mammoth. And then the mammoth goes up to me and he shakes it off. He tries to get it off his horn, but he keeps on getting it stuck even deeper and deeper. Like really deep, like the tusk is really digging through the elephant at this point. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? I didn't know mammoths were this strong. And then basically it's like that. And so this like poacher comes off and he like takes it off of me. And he says, hey, give me this elephant. And I'm like, no. And so I challenge him to a rap battle, and he's like, okay. And then I put the camera like there, and then I start dissing him so much because I have also invented rap. So he couldn't even like think of lines fast enough. So I basically kicked his ass, and not literally though, because that would really hurt and also ill, because you poop out of ass. So that's this guy. I don't want poop on my boot, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, so I kick his ass, and then I still have the elephant, and so I'm like, and so I take my trusty machete, and I go chink, and then basically I made stuff like this. So this is called paper. Your regional dialect may differ on that because fucking people don't care to adjust to each other's languages. And so recently, this has been this newspaper, the Volkskrant, which is basically the people's newspaper. But it should be called my newspaper because I invented both the medium of journalism and the medium it is printed on. Journalism is the medium. I've decided that now. But they were gracious enough to send me the inventor of journalism and of paper, these two codes. So if you want 2 weeks, if you want to read the paper for free for 2 weeks, even though you can just pick it up at like a McDonald's or something. Anyway, so here's another one, and I'd like to play you a song now. Here we go. This is called the best song that has ever been created by Tenacious Dennis. This is like some stuff that I don't know how it works, but there's basically these dials here made with real diamonds. Look at that, that shit's real diamonds, boy. And look at that. We basically have this switch. It looks like a Lego head was mounted on it. I don't know what the fuck it does. But and my favorite musician is probably Dylan Bob, because if you don't know, he was actually friends with Jesus, like back in 60 AD. You know, he was this relevant guy, and I don't know what happens to him since then. But he wrote this song, which is about a guy who killed a woman with a cane. Hold on, let me. Oh fuck! I can't concentrate. But so he has this other song where he's really pissed about like war generals and stuff, probably like about the Vietnam War of 1852. So he writes about Jesus, like even Jesus would never forgive what you do, you know, that kind of calling them out deal. And you know, to me, everybody thinks it's like, oh, it's referential to Jesus, and it's like, Jesus. Well, no, because he was Jesus' friend. You know, they went to high school together. No, wait, hold on. I got my story wrong. They went to college. You know, they worked together. So, Dylan Bob basically went out the water cooler saying, hey, this Jesus guy's pretty cool. Let me reference him in a couple of my songs. Let me even write a song about his dad, which he's dead on this like third studio album. So, they're changing the times is what that album is called. And so, you know, it's a song about Jesus' dad. And one day, Jesus comes to the office and he's like, hey, look what I can do. And he goes and stands on the water cooler. And everybody's like, he wanted to impress his girl Mary, so he went and stood on the water cooler. And then everybody was like, oh my God, Jesus standing on water. And then he tried to walk, but obviously a water cooler is big enough for a step. So he fell off. And he died on the ground like that. And so for convenience sake, and to keep his airflow going like in his body, they put him on a cross and they hung him in the air. Because, you know, that was his last wish. He wrote it on his iPad. That was on his will. His will was on his iPad. And so they put him, you know, to dry him out in the air. They leave it to the elements or whatever. Basically, it's so that his dad could pick him up, you know, take him back to heaven and whatnot. So, and everybody's like, oh my God, the Jews did it. And oh my God, everybody hates Jesus. I don't know. Look, take my fucking word for it. I invented journalism in the first place. Okay, so the following describes my the following describes my mood. Can you see that? How do I turn this on?